Hello, brother teacher here. Uh, haven't talked to you in a while about this particular subject of clogged arteries. Uh, Sometimes you have to remind some of us about things that we should do for our general health. And other times you have to introduce to people who have not been aware and have not heard about the possible remedies to many of their life's conditions as it relates to their health. So, as it relates to clogged arteries, many of you that follow me have seen a couple of my videos on clogged arteries and how to clear them out. And there's a very, very small percentile of individuals, and I do mean small, minuscule, that did not believe or needed proof that the things that I mentioned did indeed clean out the arteries. Ladies and gentlemen, let's face it. Until you get into contact with you, yourself, your inner self, and start doing some realistic evaluation of who you are as a human being, you will never see the forest for the trees. In other words, you will never believe that the things that are so basic are really the answer to many of our issues and our problems. You won't see it because so many things disguise those basic things. Our environment that we're in, it was here when all of us were born into it. It is up to us. It is incumbent upon us that as we become how should I say, conscious level, we begin to think for ourselves and stop letting society do it for us. Stop letting other people continue to give us all of this information without us doing our own research, finding out whether or not the information is indeed valid or beneficial. Now, as it relates to cleaning out the arteries, now we all know fundamentally that when you have atherosclerosis, arteriosclerosis, the blockaging, if you will, of the arteries, that you are a candidate for a stroke or a heart attack because your blood flow is being limited. Then if you know that, then you should also know what causes the issue in the first place. And it's easy to say, well, it runs in my family. Well, that might be true, but does not the behavior of your family that had those issues have everything to do with what their lifestyle and their diet was? If you continue in the same grain as those family members by having the same bad diet and health practices, then of course it's going to run in the family because you have not done anything to change the situation or circumstance. So if your parents ate a lot of bad food, fried foods, trans fats and so forth, junk food, and you do the same thing, of course you are predisposed to those same issues as it relates to your health. It only stands to reason. So now, let's look at it from this perspective. If you want to be healthy, this is so basic, then you need to do things that are healthy for you. Now, what are those things that are healthy for you? Psychologically, emotionally, stay positive. Watch programs on television, if you choose to watch television, that are positive. Associate yourself, align yourself with people that are positive. Watch seminars, go to church, align yourself again with people that are speaking things that are positive. Therein takes away one stress there. Now, from the physical side, make certain that what you put in your body is real. Now, a cookie is real, a slice of cake is real, and a bowl of ice cream is real in a sense. But is it food? No, it's not food. Food nurtures, it revitalizes, it builds, it strengthens, it encourages health. That's what food does. The things that I just mentioned are just sweet, sugary, so-called snacks. Things that we enjoy because of the taste. That's being real. So when you put things in your body that are not organically friendly to your body recognizes it as not friendly and as not being organic. So your body begins to build up a defense mechanism against those things that are not real. You may not notice this immediately because it's happening internally. You grow fibroids, cysts, tumors, excess fat. Your organs begin to function less than at optimal level throughout the body because it is a complete system, our body. Many members all functioning together synergistically. So, again, basic. Put real food in your mouth, in your body, that's organic. That's another topic, organic, because there are many counterfeits out there. There are people who are stamping, or companies that are stamping foods as certified organic, and they are not. So what does this say? You need to do some research. You need to start digging a little bit deeper and finding something that is truly organic, even if it means you start growing some things for yourself or spending a little bit more money for real organic food for you and your family. That's one thing. So I did say this. Eat organic as much as you possibly can. Drink pure, clean water. Invest in a filter for your sink, your shower, drinking water, bathing water. Okay? Those are the things that you need to be putting in your body. Things that are real. Things that benefit you holistically. Now, the opposite of that is very obvious. The things that are not beneficial for your body, I might say limit those things. But it's hard to say limit those things because most people don't know how to control their desires. When you say modify what you eat, some people don't know what modification is. They don't know when to stop. So it's best to say eliminate them altogether because everyone doesn't have the same amount of self-control or discipline to eliminate things or to minimize those things that are harmful to you. Let me give you an example. I'm speaking for me. I like chocolate chip cookies. There's no nutrition in a chocolate chip cookie at all. But I don't sit down at a setting, me, and eat a whole pack of chocolate chip cookies. I want to say that's enough. 4, 5, 6 cookies at a setting with some almond milk, I'm done. Save the rest for another day. There are some people who will eat a whole pack of cookies, 30, 40, 50 cookies sometimes. That's a person who has no control or little control. It just tastes so good to them. That's the individual that I'm saying that it's better to say eliminate this stuff altogether. Because when you say do it in moderation, again, people don't know what moderation is. Not everyone has that wherewithal or that discipline to say, well, this is all I'm going to eat and that's it. That's not most of us. So now, processed foods. That term processed means that it didn't grow naturally. It didn't grow in nature. It's not real. It's not fortified by nature with nutrients and enzymes and vitamins and minerals and amino acids and things of this sort. It doesn't have this stuff in it. It's something that was made in a factory. It was made in a laboratory and other things were added to it. And it's processed food. It's packaged in a box, a cup, a can, a jar, some kind of package. And it has all of these preservatives and all of these colors, all of these dyes and all of these chemicals, all of these toxic things to the body. Okay? I hope I've said enough already. Now let's get to cleaning out the arteries. I did a video saying that milk was one of the culprits for our arteries being clogged. It is. Even meat, especially beef, chicken as well. Processed foods. It is a culmination of those things that don't belong in the human body. Your blood, our blood, is supposed to be moving throughout the system, nourishing our cells. There's never supposed to be any hesitation of blood flow. If there is hesitation, it means that the heart's not functioning right, or the heart is trying to pump blood and there's some blockage somewhere, or some impending or potential future blockage, or it's an accumulation of blockage, if you will. It builds up over time. And then the vessels become more and more narrow, and the blood has a problem going through. Hence, you are depriving yourself of oxygen, enriched blood, and nutrition, and so forth. So how do we clean our arteries? We stop doing the things that cause them to be clogged up in the first place. Stop blaming it on hereditary issues. You clean your arteries out by stop putting the things in your body that cause them to be clogged in the first place. Once you stop eating the processed foods and you start eating organic vegetables, if you choose to eat meat and so forth and fruits, that's fine. You must also exercise your body. Your heart is a muscle. It must be exercised. Brisk walking, treadmill, jogging, jumping jacks, things to get the heart elevated. Okay, to pump what? The blood throughout the body's tissues and cells. Now, you get lemons and garlic. Those two items that I just mentioned are magnificent in terms of cleaning out the arteries and helping to reduce the amount of bad cholesterol in the arteries, limiting and even breaking down cholesterol. Oftentimes, a lack of vitamin C is the issue that we have when our arteries begin to placate or build up an outer layer, thus narrowing the artery again. A lack of vitamin C. A lot of us don't consume enough vitamin C. It is a water-soluble vitamin. You need it every day. Lemons are king in terms of the fruit world, as Dr. Mandell said. And I'm getting this recipe from him, even though I've told you myself the same thing. But in terms of the methodology, this is what he recommends, and I concur. I endorse this. So, you want lemons and garlic. Those two staple things to help clean out your arteries. And don't forget, get rid of the bad habits, the things that you're putting in your body that should not be there. And don't forget the exercise. So here's the tonic or the drink. He recommends drinking this for three weeks. I say 2 to 3 weeks. 8 to 12 ounces a day. You want to get a gallon of water. Okay? You want to get, before you get the gallon of water, you want to get about 6 lemons. He recommends taking the skin off. That's good. Squeeze them into a pot, and you want to get about 3 complete bulbs of garlic. Peel the skin off, crush them so that the allicin is activated. You want to crush the garlic. 3 bulbs of garlic. Put it into the pot with the 6 lemons. Okay? Put just enough water in there to cover the lemon and the garlic. Put it on the burner. Do not let it come to a full boil. Let it stay there from 5 to 7 minutes until it begins to simmer. When it's just about to begin to boil, then you take it off and let it cool. Then, once it's cooled, you strain that solution or drain it into another pot. You add your gallon of water, of course purified water. That is going to be your drink every day for 2 to 3 weeks. First thing in the morning on an empty stomach. 1 glass, 8 to 12 ounces. For 2 to 3 weeks. Before you eat anything. First thing in the morning, if you will. Now, if peradventure that gallon does not last you 2 to 3 weeks, it only stands to reason that you make another one in the interim. So when you see it starting to dwindle down and you're running out of your juice, make another gallon so that it carries you all the way to the rest of that period of time, 2 to 3 weeks. That's simple. 6 lemons and 3 bulbs of garlic. Crush it. Now, for those people who have issues with the taste of garlic and having garlic breath and things of this sort, you can add some honey, organic honey, of course, manuka or whatever. Make sure it's organic. You can add it for sweetener and taste, just a little bit, and that's really it. So make sure that you do this or follow this protocol for 2 to 3 weeks. And as Dr. Mandell suggested, take a week off and then start it again. I say you can take a week or 2 off and start it again. The best wishes for great health from me to you. If you have any questions concerning this protocol or any other thing pertaining to your health in general, please leave it in the comment section below. And I'm going to say this again, and it might sound like to some of you I'm rambling on or it's redundant. It's okay. I'm not going to stop what I'm doing regardless. If you find it of value, you're going to watch it anyway. And if you don't find it of value, or you think I take too long, or my methodology is not something that you enjoy, turn it off and go to someone else. But no one is going to explain it the way in which I do, of course. And I'm talking to the common man, and I'm not trying to go above your head and speak all of these high collegiate medical terms that's confusing to you. I'm speaking as a common man to common men and women listening to me. And I hope this is of some value to you. And please share it with your family, your friends, people that you love, and take good care, great care of yourselves. This is Brother Teacher. So long.